There we go. Hey, welcome to Architects 360, and I am Michael Giannotti. I'm a solutions architect here at the Philadelphia MTC, joined by
Todd First,
who are you? What do you do?
solution architect at the MTC.
Rich Ross, solution architect at the MTC. So we have this
No way.
Yeah.
Tariq Hamid, solution architect at MTC.
When we're actually the MTC bowling team.
Right.
This is for an
Best
event
one.
we're holding today.
But we all have area of specialization, so it's not
Right.
That's
to be
right.
fair.
So we each have one thing we want to talk about today.
Yeah.
We actually did this recording yesterday.
Okay.
I think it was a good thing that the batteries were almost dead because we actually yesterday we did a whole VR thing. Remember how we felt?
Yeah.
We were all kind of like we did roller coasters in a Oculus VR, which left a number of us having residual feelings. I'll just say that.
Yeah.
A little crazy. So we each had a couple of things where we've had some clients this past week. And Todd, I
Yeah.
understand you were down in Reston with Tariq.
That's right. No, actually Chevy Chase.
Chevy
Chevy
Chase.
Chase.
Which is close.
Love Chevy Chase.
Chevy Chase. Not the actor,
And John
the
Belushi,
location.
yeah.
Oh,
Ben
location.
Belushi. So,
Yeah.
what do you have going
So
on?
yeah, we were both down there. We had a customer, extremely cloud savvy on the Azure side, getting ramped up on Office 365. They really had a few challenges around getting their infrastructure set up for Office 365. And
Yeah.
most of it was small things, but it all added up into kind of friction that they had. So they had been down this road with Azure before, so now it was time to go the 365 way. So
Yeah.
the big topic was Pro Plus, so Office 365 Pro Plus, and a few of the challenges they had. Tariq did some great whiteboarding, but it was activation wasn't working, so you don't have an on-prem KMS anymore
Right.
to do activation.
So why wasn't there activation work?
Yeah, so it looked like they hadn't put in the white listing on their network perimeter
Right.
to let some things through. So we mentioned if you leave your network and go home or go to a Starbucks, it would probably work. And
Right.
so they were going to test that with us.
And so their lesson learned was what? Open the whitelist or make everybody go to Starbucks?
Yeah, well, it's kind of everyone in the IT team needs to understand kind of the new dependencies. So there's that. It's kind of like this cloudify, bring the clouds inside your on-prem to get it all ready type of thing.
Yep.
The other thing is they had lots of shared workers.
Yeah.
So they were really concerned that as they moved from different desks every week or even every day, that they would hit their 5 user or 5 activation limit.
Yeah.
And
Now,
that
were
was
those
bad.
devices internet connected?
Yeah, so that was no problem. It was just they thought they had a limit of 5, so they thought eventually they're going to hit it, and they don't want help desk calls and why we hit this 5.
So what was the answer to them?
So the answer is shared computer
environment.
activation. Yeah.
Exactly.
Right.
So they hadn't really worked with that a lot, so we took them through that. And then
Nice.
the last thing was that I remember, and then Tariq
Yeah, I can
will
add.
add on, is around updates. So they wanted to make sure. Now let me tell you, if you own a truck, come on by.
Now's the time because these
Because that's only one. Yesterday we had 2, and they were watching the video. So they, hopefully we learn from them, they learn from us.
That's right.
But the last thing was around updates, and they're moving to the new config manager.
Yep.
Which, if you're interested in Windows 10 or Office Pro Plus, you need to be on that to really make it work the same as the way you used to work. Is really the easy way. So
Right.
then that's the super high level for us. They were doing all those things. So then Tariq was
Yeah, another
the
lesson I
master.
learned is that companies have to keep up to date with the on-prem versions or software, right?
Yeah.
So speaking of their communication stack, they were still using OCS cards back.
Right.
They never updated.
What
their
is
software.
OCS?
So now,
OCS.
For people who are
so
just
now
waking
they're
up.
thinking of going to the
Isn't that
cloud, which is
officers
gonna make it a
candidate
little
school
harder.
for the military?
Yeah.
No, it's not that.
Not that. It's Office Communication Server.
Nice.
So
I remember that.
So-
I studied about that in history.
I learned something from them, their experience, that they have to keep on updating the software at
Yeah.
least 2 levels backwards, right? So from the
Yeah.
current version. So now it's really hard for them to go to the cloud because we can only support 2 versions backwards. So you have to have Link 2013 or 2013 on-prem. So now it's going to be a little bit difficult task for them to upgrade the on-prem to 2013 and then do the integration with Office 365. So
And wasn't the answer that you kind of took them through that, and that they're going to move those pieces to the cloud?
yeah.
IM and
Instant message presence, and
Yeah.
then they'll look into different.
so then it's off their
protocols.
table.
Yeah,
So that
Got
was
it.
good.
yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So my point is that keep on updating the software, especially if you have software assurance. Keep on doing it.
Keep on doing it. Cool. So you guys were problem solvers.
That's right.
There you go.
They gave us
That's
a list
awesome.
of problems,
Yeah.
and we,
And we
they're going to go
offer
solve it now.
another session around
truck.
Skype for Business strategizing their Skype for Business architecture.
Right.
So,
Yeah.
Cool.
So out of those meetings,
Yeah.
everything's on the table usually because Office touches everything. So
Yeah.
they'll be having a follow up with them.
yeah.
Very cool.
Very nice.
So Rich, you and I were together.
Yeah, we had a session on Tuesday.
We did, and you got to speak about dev, and in particular, look at him
gonna
hanging
watch
out,
this.
getting close on
We
the
can
other
still
end.
watch you.
Oh, we can still see you, man, and they can see you.
Yeah, they just got to spin around.
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt.
So,
So
what
we-
was the one thing that was catching their interest? Because I thought
Right.
you were going to spend like 5 minutes on it,
Yeah, it was going to
and then it was like they kept going and going,
hour and a half later, we're still
an
talking
hour
about
and
it.
a half, and
So we were talking about PowerApps.
PowerApps.
Yes.
Wow.
They have,
You're
this
the
customer
power.
had a lot of business people who were building, basically using InfoPath.
Yeah.
yeah.
And building
Yeah.
forms
Okay,
that
big
way.
info.
Still doing it.
Still doing it, still wanting to do it. So for them, this was, a path forward, basically. And one of the things that we talked about was the various scenarios and business users and business people creating simple forms to get their
Yep.
jobs done that don't require a large IT type project to do. That was one of the use cases. But they were saying, well, what are the use cases? What are the pros and cons of using those things? And PowerApps is still in preview. It
Yes.
actually just came into
Yeah.
preview a few
Wow.
months ago.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
It's new.
It's a
Baby.
baby
Public,
steps.
public preview, right?
Public preview,
Okay.
you're right. It
Okay.
was private beta, a private preview
Okay.
from
Finished already.
November
Okay.
until earlier this year.
Okay.
And basically the comment back to that was, that's why it's in public preview. How do you guys want to use it? Give
Yep.
us your feedback. Tell us, what are
Awesome.
the use cases and business scenarios that you see where this might work? Where is it where you're trying to make it work for a business scenario and it kind of falls down? And when you hit those kind of edge cases, we have a site called User Voice that you can go to and basically put your comments, put your suggestions in. All of the other people who are using PowerApps and putting their suggestions in, you can see those, upvote them, and be able to get the features that are most popular into the product before it hits general availability at some point. I'm not sure when, but at some point it will hit general availability and those features can hopefully be rolled in.
Awesome.
So that was the discussion we had around that with them. But,
Yeah.
And PowerApps or the user voice and the preview side of things, we talked about it in the PowerApps scenario, but Azure, which is one of the products that I pretty much focus on,
Yep.
is they're very, they use this model a lot. They push
Yeah.
things out to preview and say, okay, go try it. Azure AD, B2C and B2B have been out in preview since September of last year. Yeah,
Yeah.
there you go. It's in Todd's world. But those are the things they want people to go out there and try them out. So
Good.
if you see something in preview and it has an
Yeah.
interest related to your business, go check it out. Go
Yeah.
go to User Voice and put your comments and your suggestions in there and help improve the products.
And that's a beautiful thing, I think, and I think that was news to them about this new way that Microsoft's working, where we want to hear from you, and that every week these teams are taking this feedback from User Voice, and that's rolling into their iterative, as we're rolling out like every 2 weeks, new features
Yeah.
and functions. All
Yeah.
that stuff's going right into the dev queue and the iteration queue, and
Oh yeah.
you
Yeah.
can shape the products, folks.
Exactly. I mean, similarly with the Skype for Business, we started previewing application,
Yeah.
previewing just like a session for a customer. So instead of us dog fooding or testing out the beta program, customers can do it themselves.
Right.
They can sign in and test out any under NDA programs or regular programs, but it's all available to the public.
Yeah. And that's
So,
kind of the
it's a great way of testing out and evaluating. stuff,
exactly.
right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of the one way I heard this new culture of developing applications is,
Right.
we at Microsoft don't know everything.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
better to look at open source software and those kind of projects. It's better to roll this out to the community. and
There are
let them
thousands
tell
of
us what-
environment scenarios that they're out there. We can't really test them out, so it's good for them to test out.
Definitely.
Yeah. One more thing I want to add here, Skype for Business Cloud PBX.
Oh.
So we opened the market in the US, right? So you can get a phone number in
What
US.
is PBX? Is
Yeah.
that like peanut butter and jelly?
Just Google
But-
telephone
That's it.
system. Forget
That's
about the acronym. So phone system, telephone.
All right.
So now, we just added recently Puerto Rico, San Juan. If you're
Really?
based in San Juan, you can
You
go
can say hola,
you can go say hola and get a local number for Puerto Rico.
and there go more trucks.
And currently we're also previewing with the UK market. So shortly, in a month or so, we're going to open the same service in UK.
Awesome.
So you-
Awesome.
You can get a local number in UK.
So
And the market is expanding.
we are expanding
Absolutely,
everywhere.
Absolutely.
So you'll be able to not just say hola, you
There's
could
a
say
Brexit joke in there somewhere. I'm
Bruce
sure.
Scott. There's,
Right,
there's
there is,
probably
there
a
is,
lot
there
of
is, because we keep hiring more lawyers than engineers to make that happen. Like, country by country.
beautiful, beautiful. Cool. So my last thing that I wanted to hit on, well, we talked about it yesterday. I'm repeating now.
Yeah.
But so when we were with that same client, you know, one of the things they were struggling with that we see a lot of clients over and over is, you know, so I bought this stuff and they may have had it for a while and now they're just getting the approval from legal and security to start to deploy, or maybe they just now are comfortable. Maybe they've had it and they've only done they've replicated their file shares, but really haven't done a whole lot of substantial work. And they're like, what do we do? And it reminds me of Shia LaBeouf.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, that's who. So if you haven't seen on the internet, there's those Shia LaBeouf videos. Just do it. Just do it. Where you know, he did the whole green screen thing, put it out there, and people started adding him into classic movie clips. There's a great one, Star Wars.
Oh no.
Where Luke is trying to do the. Okay, I'll try. No, don't try. Just do it. You know, those kind of things. So it is. It's awesome. But you know, talking to them and them talking about all the things they want to go forward, and but it's all the reasons why they can't do this, can't do that.
Yeah.
And you feel like Shia LaBeouf. You feel like just yelling, just do it. But I think the confusion where I see it coming in is oftentimes we want to do something. It's a traditional IT mentality in that we need to do it according to product.
Right.
It's all about the product, right? I need to roll out Skype, or I can't roll out Skype for business yet because my users aren't ready for it.
Right.
I want to roll out SharePoint, but I can't do OneDrive now because my business, you know, blah, blah. We need to roll out piecemeal baby steps, which we agree with.
Sure.
But they want to do it at a product or service by service kind of level. And it's like, you're missing the boat because the cloud in 365, this productivity set of services, it's really about business and productivity enablement, and it should be around doing baby steps. And he's looking up Shia LaBeouf, aren't you? Let's see, what do you got? Oh, you got one of his green screens.
Don't talk, don't listen to
Dude,
you.
I won't I'll just keep going. Others, you can turn around and look at Shia. He is affirming me. So what you do is, and what I propose to them, and what we like to see is go at it solution-based, right? A point solution where, yes, you can box in until you're comfortable with everything. But for example, like we have this knowledge-based solution workshop we do where we can go in and help people for rollouts set stuff up. And it does give you a whole bunch of everything, but it does it in a very tightly controlled manner. So we don't say just turn Yammer on because that would be stupid, because what am I doing with Yammer for everything? Put up some Yammer groups, ratchet it in. People can't just go willy-nilly and set up their own groups, and have it according to the support areas of Q&A you want. Set up, you know, the video hub, but don't let everybody be a contributor or a, you know, channel maker. A set one of people who are creating content in response to the Q&A in those specific Yammer groups. Then set up the wikis for final dispensation of those. Set up groups, but don't have self-provisioning. Set up groups that are oriented at training towards the rollout and stuff. So again, it's all tightly controlled, but it's giving you the breadth so people are understanding how to use it, but doing it in a manner that's easily assimilated. Taking those baby steps,
it's a big culture change,
it's huge culture change, right? So, but finding a scenario in those solution scenarios that meet points of pain, and then delivering that in a controlled manner. And that will give you the experience across the product sets so your legal can get comfortable. And you'll do it in ways in which you're not doing sensitive data and other IP, but you're getting the experience, the real world experience, not the hearsay from the internet, how you can manage, control, and do things. So look at solutions. If you have questions, come to your local MTCs. My goodness, that's what we're here for.
And testing or trialing out the Office 365 is very simple. Just go and test it out. You don't need a test lab environment on-prem for you to be able to test it out. It's simply as simple as signing up for the trial and then start testing out.
Yeah, like these guys owned it, but they had no IDs in it, and we're like, whoa, you guys, let's get at least get your IDs up in the cloud and start to try it.
And to your point, if you need a hybrid testing, come to MTC. We'll show you how to do it.
Show you how to do
hybrid test.
Yeah.
Right?
So that's all I got.
Love it.
And today, what do we have? Why are we wearing these lovely
We're
shirts?
going
today?
bowling.
Yeah.
Bowling and
Oh
grand
no.
reopening.
Yeah,
Grand
grand
reopening of our
reopening
MTC.
at the
Yeah.
Malvern MTC.
Malvern MTC.
Malvern/Philadelphia.
Yes,
Right.
Beautiful thing.
it will be Philly pretzels.
We'll eat Philly pretzels. So that's it.
Thanks a
Yeah,
lot.
that's it.
Here from the Philadelphia MTC that's in Malvern, Pennsylvania.
Yeah.
It's sunny Malvern, beautiful day. And just bidding you have a great day. My name is Mike with
Todd.
Reg?
Tariq.
and all these trucks that are having a glorious day in construction. That you have a great day. Take care, and as always, ciao.
Bye-bye.